Hello, Swivelheads. It's Greg Allison with Swivelhead News. Guys, I can only think of 5 principal reasons that certain people don't want to eliminate graft and corruption from the federal government or any government. All governments have graft and corruption. They're bloated. All governments are, practically speaking. But it's really only 5 reasons that people would fight the elimination of that graft and corruption. And the reason number one is kickbacks. So a lot of these people that are fighting this are on the take from the system itself. They're getting kickbacks from it. Of course, maybe they're employed by it, and that may be part of it, but bigger thing is, like you just take our Congress critters. A lot of them have set up these NGOs, or the fun NGOs set up by other people such as George Soros, because he's discovered, according to Musk, how to crack the code and get funding for all kind of nefarious activities. Well, these organizations and these NGOs make big donations. Oh yeah, the money goes back to the party and to the individuals. They get campaign contributions and God knows what else. And it also gives them the opportunity to take care of their friends and buddies, like a lot of the other bills they pass. A lot of nepotism in the system too, guys. So there's just a lot of graft and corruption that comes into it. It all sounds good on the surface. Oh yeah, we're out here trying to take care of the kids in Haiti, for example, as was the case from Hillary's daughter, Chelsea, supposedly. I've heard that none of that money went there. I don't know. I haven't audited that personally. But, guys, so here's the thing. What they're finding is there seems to be a kickback system that's funding the system that's paying them. Another form of kickback is that they have turned around and funded media organizations that have promoted the party. Media organizations that have promoted the party and the party line that they're promoting. So they get a lot of form of kickback. It all comes back to them and keeping them in power, keeping their system where they want it. Now, that's a scary thing. Another thing is voter base. Well, when you got all these big government jobs, and they know that their jobs, their careers depend on a certain political party to keep them in office, to keep them in their cushy jobs. See, government jobs are cushy. I mean, it's hard to fire a government worker. I mean, this is like a job for life. It don't matter hard, it don't matter. There's some good people there. There's some really good people in government. But there's a lot of people that are just riding the system, along for the ride. You can't get rid of them hardly. And they don't have to work the same standards. Whatever you say about it, they don't have to work the same standards that people in the industry work to. They got it made. Got big benefits. And, the days used to be where the people would work on the private side because it could make more money than it could in the government. That's not true anymore. The government workers are making more money and getting huge benefits. So that's the other thing. It's the voter base. Well, the third reason would be socialism. Big government is a big step towards socialism, and that's part of their big agenda, socialism. They want big socialism. So that is definitely in line of that. And socialism is in line with stepping toward the House of Klaus, the kind of things they want to go toward a big globalistic government. And some of these other points, they all really lead there anyway, just about it. So, that's where all this stuff leads. But, socialism is a big tenet of the whole thing. And, and the fourth reason really is just another piece of that, and that is handouts. A lot of people are just on the dole. Now, there are people that, I think if you paid into a system like Social Security, you deserve to get back. People pay into that for 4 decades. They do. You weren't asked if you wanted to. They forced you to pay into it. So to force you to pay in for something till you're about to retire, I got 5 decades in it myself, and suddenly to not be able to get something back out of it, that's kind of rough. I mean, eventually that may happen. The whole system may go broke because they're not managing it properly. Because of graft and corruption, if you can clean up the graft and corruption, those systems could be more sustainable. But they got to get the graft and corruption out of it. You got to make sure that the money is going to legitimate people who really paid into it. And it shouldn't be going to all these people just run across the border and start getting a check out of the what's supposed to be in the fund. So they used to have a fund for Social Security. They used to put it back. But then Congress raided it, So that's the bad thing about that. So, but anyway, we do pay into that. So I don't have a bone with that per se, but, it should be audited and kept clean. But some people don't want to do that even. They want to bring in they want to bring in the immigrants and pay them to be on the dole for that, and every other way they can get them on the dole for that, because that also goes back to item number 2, which is voter base. These things are all interconnected. So, and I do know some people. I know some adult males who are perfectly fit, nothing wrong with them, and they don't ever hit a lick at a snake. They're getting all kind of benefits. They may claim this, that, and the other. They just, they do their substances. Well, they need help. They need to be helped out of that and given some real hope and something real to aspire toward in life, like a job. And so hopefully tariffs and other things will get us there. So the fifth reason is the most nefarious of them all. The fifth reason is they know it's going to break the economy. We cannot continue. We're $36 trillion in debt. There's no way our economy continue going down this road if we don't clean it up. We've got to cut costs. There's no way around. We'll just tax more. Well, the more you tax, the more burden you put on the economy, the more you pull the economy down, and you're still going to crash. You're heading toward a train wreck. Any way you slice it or dice it, unless you clean the system up first. And what's wrong with cleaning up the system? Well, it's all the above things. It takes their power base away from them. That's what it really boils down to. It takes their power base away from them. And so they go out and they will find any kind of dispersion they can to convince everybody on both sides of the aisle that this is terrible for them, that it's going to be awful, and that they got to join forces with them to fight it. So they're trying to turn the tide that way. And most of that is just smoke and mirrors. Now, here's the good thing. If you cut out this stuff, if you cut it out, what's going to happen is that all these cushy government jobs they're parasitical. They don't add to the economy. They will be replaced by private sector jobs because the economy will be freer. The burden will be taken off the economy, and the private economy will grow considerably with real jobs that are productive, that help our economy, and actually provide a better tax base to help balance the budget. And even if it is through tariffs, because you got more money to spend on stuff. That's how it works, guys. So that's why and how getting rid of this graft and corruption will really help the country in the long run, and to keep us from getting the noose around our neck that the House of Klaus wants to put upon us, and others who wants to lead us toward global socialism want to take us toward. So there is advantages, my friends. There are things that we can get out of this. There will be an adjustment period. I'm not saying it's going to be an easy ride, because when you change the way the economy works, you go through an adjustment period. When Reagan first took office, it was rough for a couple of years, but then the economy went boom. We had a great economy. But so there is an adjustment period. When you're laying some people off, it takes a little bit for things to readjust and come back. So, but if we don't do this, if we don't take the pain now, we're going to be destroyed tomorrow. We've got to buckle up, suck it up, and get this country fixed. If we don't, the country will wreck. Absolutely. Anyway, my friends, so just real quick, I'm bringing this to you from my vehicle. It's been a little windy to do a walkabout today. The wind would really mess up the microphone, so I'm doing it from my vehicle, parked up here on the hill above my place. I just got some propane. Yeah, check out my Swivel head short on propane. And I'll just show you around real quick here. I'm up here from my vehicle. The sun don't drown out the camera. We've got a setting sun out here. There we go, my friends. We'll have a pretty sunset today, probably, to get a lot of beautiful sunsets out here. My tiny home down there. But yeah, you got to go down a long one-way road to get to my place, passing my Marine Corps buddy. And my buddy Bill on the hill, who's a sniper. Yeah, you don't get in and out of this place. Well, you hide on if you come out here to make mischief. That's the good thing. So nobody comes to visit me unless they're invited. Nobody comes out here unless they're part of what I'm doing. And that's a good thing. And I'm not even going to advertise it. If I got to sell something, I'm not going to sell anything on Craig's list or on Facebook Marketplace here. I'll take it to the flea market. I ain't having nobody come down to my place here. Nobody. Unless you're helping me work on it. That's it. Or you're a really, really close friend or family. That's the only way you get to come down here. Anyway, friends, and that's the way it ought to be when you're a prepper. That's the way it ought to be. Keep things, close. Keep it quiet. I love it. Anyway, thank y'all for watching. Keep your eyes wide open and head on a swivel, because there's no telling what may be coming at us. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, bang the bell, and click all. Greg out.